I have nothing against Rodri. He's a good player, but I sit on the couch and watch football, and Rodri doesn't do anything that makes me say, wow. Vinicius Jr. has done this many times. He is a strong guy, he will work hard, and he will win the BALLON d'OR. Today, Vinicius Jr. does not remember his past because in the eyes of people, he is simply a star of world football. He plays for Madrid, scores a lot of goals, earns an incredible amount, and also has a specific character. But the legend of Madrid and Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema emphasizes that the main thing is that he is a strong guy who is capable of working hard. And after such a stunt, Rodri's actions will surely increase Vinicius Jr.'s motivation many times over. The Spaniard celebrated the award and sang, Vinicius, bye, Vinicius, bye, bye, bye. I will win the Ballon d'Or 10 times if necessary. They are not ready for this, declared Vinicius Jr. after learning that the Ballon d'Or would not be awarded to him. They are likely the journalists or UEFA, or perhaps France Football, who determine who should win the Ballon d'Or. Vinicius Jr. has been turning to certain people throughout his life who act unjustly. The world is unfair, but to change it, one must at least work hard on oneself. Let's capture the moment. The year is 2024. Vinicius Jr., a player for Madrid and almost a Ballon d'Or winner. Now, let's go back about 20 years. This is San Goncalo, one of the poorest neighborhoods in Rio de Janeiro. It is here that Vinicius, as his peers called him, was born and first kicked a ball. Crime in San Goncalo was so prevalent that local craftsmen created a smartphone application that could be loosely translated as where shootings happen. In online mode, users could avoid areas that were particularly dangerous. Vinicius and his friends played football in the favela of Salgueiro, which had a bad reputation and was considered a center for one of the criminal gangs by the police. It is quite possible that Vinicius Jr. could have ended up there if he hadn't been playing football. Every day I spent playing football and then flying kites. My father had to drag me off the field. Damn, I even played inside the house, especially on rainy days. I always broke something, lamps, furniture. When I was 4 years old, I fell while playing, and I had to get 3 stitches on the back of my head. At this point, Vinicius is 9 years old, and he plays futsal. Yes, Vinicius Jr. could have become a great player for a futsal team. At 7 years old, his parents took him to the neighboring city of Niterói, where he began training regularly, while his uncle Ulis looked after him. Rodri couldn't take him to practice every day. Vinicius was left alone and spent all his time on the futsal court. He was the best among his peers and, as seen in his photo, received the number 10 jersey. Futsal helped him refine his dribbling skills and taught him how to use the smallest spaces to develop an attack. The technique and reflexes from childhood are now applied on a larger field and in big football. It is still noticeable today when Vinicius with the ball gives fans a magical moment. I always thought that football would support my family. I don't know what I would do if I hadn't become a football player. It's true, Vinicius Jr. might not have become a professional football player. At 9 years old, he did not pass the selection for the Flamengo Academy. He was told that he wasn't ready and could come back to try again in a year. Vinicius Jr. was very upset and did not want to return. For this reason, he went to play futsal. But still, his parents convinced him, and at the age of 10, after a second attempt, he was finally accepted into the academy. In Brazil, there are about 120 Flamengo academies. Some of them can't even be called academies. On the outskirts of Vinicius Jr.'s hometown, it's just a field, and now there's even a banner hanging there. Poverty surrounds everything. This is where Vinicius Jr.'s talent was discovered. It is said that Carlo Caca of Brantz was the one who did it. He not only trained the children, but also fed them, as they often didn't have enough to eat. Vinicius' mother took him to training by bus every day and waited in the stands for his return. Meanwhile, his father moved to Sao Paulo in search of work, 350 kilometers away from home. Caca helped keep provided the children with used cleats and uniforms. This is something Vinicius Jr. remembers to this day. My family and loved ones protect me from all the bad things. I am surrounded by people who have always supported me and have been with me from the very beginning. A little later, the director of Flamengo's main academy recalled what had impressed him about the young and unknown Vinicius Jr. I felt a surge. He gave his all on the field, understanding that football would help his family. This has been in him since childhood. Everything developed rapidly from there. Training, gains for the youth teams, and a very early debut for the main Flamengo squad when he was still not yet 17 years old. A journalist amusingly recalled this debut. He looked like a clumsy player who ran onto the field when no one was watching, but very quickly, the forward played so well that everyone else on the field started to look like clumsy players. Flamengo immediately signed a 5-year contract with Vinicius Jr. The buyout clause in the contract is 45 million euros. Barcelona approached to buy Vinicius Jr. but immediately paid Madrid without any discussion. Many were in shock. Vinicius Jr. spent only 17 minutes in youth football and immediately made such a transfer. I called him and said, "It's time for you to make a decision," and he replied, "Hala Madrid, I was so happy." Moreover, Casemiro and Marcelo persuaded him to join Real Madrid. These are the memories of Uncle Ulysses. Vinicius Jr. stayed in Brazil until he was 18, where he went through the adult football school. He faced challenges on the field from angry and experienced defenders, and off the field from fans. The black kid from the favelas became someone whom others wished ill. Rival fans often called him Niguinha, a reference to Nige, a promising black player early in his career at Flamengo, who ultimately failed to realize his potential. This has happened not only to me. Some Brazilian fans have issues with the success of people in other areas of life. For example, they don't even like Neymar. I don't like to think about those bad moments in my career, and I really hope that one day I can convince every Brazilian to cheer for me. Vinicius Jr. moved to Madrid in 2018 and faced a particularly difficult period of adaptation. A new club, a new country, a new language. All of this posed a serious challenge for the young player. Additionally, the club experienced a coaching carousel for several years, and there were no results. During that period, there was really no attention on young football players. And then, there was also a pause due to the coronavirus. Vinicius Jr. was called a failure. He couldn't find his form. Many claim that Madrid wasted a lot of money on this Brazilian talent. But Vinicius Jr. trained, endured, played little, and waited for his chance. That chance came when Carlo took over the team. He truly believed in the Brazilian forward. The 2021 to 2022 season was triumphant for both Vinicius Jr. and Madrid. Victory in the La Liga Supercopa de España and the UEFA Champions League. In the final, a victory over Liverpool with a decisive goal from Vinicius Jr. Here it is, success has finally arrived, and now we better understand the meaning that Vinicius Jr. put into this short phrase when he learned that the Ballon d'Or would go to Rodri from the Spanish national team, and not to him. Not for the Brazilian, who saw this as his main dream in his professional career. I will do it 10 times if necessary. They are not ready for this. Vinicius Jr. has been through too many trials in his life for this sad event to break him today. On the contrary, I think, and you will surely agree with me, that this failure will only make him stronger, and it will make all of Madrid stronger. As a Madrid fan, I cautiously suggest that all the events that have occurred in the past weeks, including the humiliating defeat to Barcelona in El Clasico, and the fact that the Ballon d'Or was awarded to Rodri instead of Vinicius Jr., will play to Ancelotti's team's advantage, helping them to unite, to shake things up, and to continue this season fighting for trophies. This is also the strongest motivation for Vinicius Jr. to look even better this season. Based on the path we've seen and just discussed, Vinicius Jr. is capable of this. He can work hard. He is very motivated. And I think it's no coincidence that bookmakers have already determined the favorites for the Ballon d'Or in 2025. Vinicius Jr. is once again a favorite, alongside Haaland, Mbappe, Jude, and others. By the way, that's a good bet. In the coming year, Vinicius Jr. will take the Ballon d'Or 2025. I bet on Madrid matches and play here. You can find the link in the pinned comment. The promo code is visible on your screens. Get an immediate 200% bonus for 2 deposits for new players. Go for it. Good luck to you. As for Madrid, they are definitely going further for trophies this season. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. We continue to support and discuss Real Madrid. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.